There, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It is that time. We get to continue with our NieR Replicant replay. Woohoo! It's been a day.
It's that time? Is it time for the Howdy Doody show?
Yes, yes, it is. Ay, it's been a day. It's been a week, really. Um, Car is back from the shop, and my wallet is now $1,000 lighter. Um, with that said, this is the first real major auto thing we've had to do with our car for like 10 years. So I'm not really complaining. Things just eventually wear out. It is what it is.
The nice
We're
thing is
back.
they caught a couple of different things that had worn out.
From the repair sheet looking at it, it honestly looks like they fixed one thing, checked it, realized that the check engine light was still on, and then they had to go check something else. They fixed that, then the engine light was still on, so they had to go find something else. It was like playing whack-a-mole with our engine. Fortunately,
Yeah.
nothing was too major and too broken, so it was basically just like change out some plugs, put in a new gasket, check this diode over here. Oh, that's not working. Change it out. The whole shebang bang. Oh god, we're still in the haunted house, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. I hate the next section up because they completely changed the controller system and my keyboard doesn't like it.
Again?
Yeah, again. From the top with feeling.
This is it. We should find the cure somewhere nearby.
Bah, I do not like anything about this place.
Oh joy, another book! I forgot about
This
this
book's kind of like you, Vice.
Is it just as pretentious?
Oh, aren't we clever? As if any mere tome could compare to the wonderment that is Grimoire Vice. Petrification is a fearsome power indeed.
That is not the magic spell I want for this. There's Dark Blast. There's Dark Blast.
Are you going to shoot the darkness?
There's no end to this.
Pages of this infernal book are sharp as knives.
Guess you never learned that trick, huh?
Generally dodging. I'm slowly getting the hang of this fight. books would be so much trouble.
Just pretend you're in the Great Google Library.
Ooh. Excuse me. Remember a few years back, they did a version of Fahrenheit 451 that they sold at auction for charity that was effectively fireproof? Because it was all made of...
Oh, nice.
It was actually a metal cover with fire retardant inside the pages. Well, Penguin just announced that they're doing the same sort of thing with The Handmaid's Bride, because apparently in the South there's been a lot of book burnings of that book.
The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no! I can't petrify it!
Where have you been?
Heine!
And where have you been?
Ow!
Lost. Where have you been?
Getting stomped by this thing. Help!
This foe's strength is beyond measure.
What do we do?
I am an arcane text, not some manual of combat. You are supposed to deal with such matters.
You guys run! I'll hold it off while you escape! Who's this kid?
That's Emil. He's the one who runs this.
Fuck! This book is a real asshole!
She's not even listening.
He's too busy vomiting filth disguised as language.
You guys go! This is my fight! I can't ask you to die for me!
Ow.
Aye, aren't we the bold one? And yet I fear that would be a foolish course of action at this juncture.
Besides, we'd never let you do that.
Would you all please just shut the hell up?
What?
I'm just saying, if you bastards want to have a goddamn civilized discussion on the merits of bravery and sacrifice, we can do it later!
Is this your way of encouraging us?
Have we truly sunk to motivational speeches from a woman in her undergarments?
I guess so.
Thank you, Wise. But yeah, Penguin just released a advertisement for it. It's going to be sent to auction, and I believe I forget what charity is involved in it. But the ad actually was of Margaret Atwood with a flamethrower at the book.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not been happy with recent events lately, and I don't blame her. Oh, that thing's after Kaine now. Nice. Be nice if I could hit it.
Now!
There we go.
Vice, this is it!
Research report on petrification. Well, well.
Oh no! This passage is written in some kind of code. We went through all this trouble to find it, and now...
Oh look, Jeeves is back.
Please allow me to handle this, Master Emile. I shall put all of my efforts into deconstructing this cipher. No matter how long it takes, I will not fail.
Sebastian...
Ah, so the servant has a name after all.
I like the fact that she actually calls him Jeeves.
Yes.
Emile, listen to me.
What is it, Kaine?
Your eyes are not a sin. Don't ever be ashamed of them. They're a vital part of you. Do you understand?
What's this? A shade? How did you...
This arm is an accursed weapon. I thought I would only need it until I had earned my revenge. Once that happened, I figured it was all over. But there's a reason I'm alive, that my arm is alive. And there's a reason for your eyes, too.
Kaine...
But listen, if this shade should ever...
No! Kaine... I promise I'll never give up, Kaine. But you can't give up either.
Well, we're off.
All right.
Hey, so Yona's sick, and she doesn't get out much. Do you think you might be able to send her more letters when you have the time?
I would be delighted, sir.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for everything.
Take care, Emile. I hope your eyes get better soon.
I saw you exchange some words with that Emile lad earlier. Hopefully it was nothing inappropriate for a young man of his age. Speak the truth, hussy.
Book? Shut up.
Yeah, calm down, Vice. We've got our hands on all the sealed verses now.
All that
That one he
remains
had
is to find
coming.
this grimoire noir.
Then we can finally save Yona.
Yeah, Foxfire, as far as I understand, the author of A Handmaid's Tale has been rather grumpy that she wrote it as a possible warning for society, and some people are using it as a roadmap. We'll just leave it at that. Why does that always happen with science fiction books? I mean, that's kind of what happened with Philip K. Dick stuff, isn't it? It was like, cyberpunk is a warning for the future that we need to stop.
More Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Gibson, not Dick.
Though Dick was also kind of in the same line. We meant this as a warning. Not this is something cool that should be emulated. Stop that. They aren't the first, and they won't be the last. I think we need to go see our sister.
Yona, you need to lie down.
I know.
It won't be much longer, I promise. I finally collected all of the sealed verses. Now, I just need to find Grimoire Noir.
It sounds dangerous. Will you be okay?
Of course I will.
Is this gonna make me better? Is my cough going to go away?
Definitely. Yona?
You're not gonna hate me because of this, are you?
What are you talking about?
It's just... I don't want you to hate me because of this terrible disease.
Yona, I could never hate you. I'm gonna go see if Popola has more medicine.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Yeah, the other author I tend to follow actually on Facebook.
Yona's looking weaker and weaker every day.
Yes, but do not lose heart. You are the girl's last remaining hope.
Is David Gerald. And he has some pithy and interesting things to say, to put it mildly. I believe he recently released a book that was actually memoirs of him and the entire process of adopting his son, who is now fully grown and has a son of his own.
Very good.
Oh, before I talk to her.
Yeah, some of the things I've seen recently are very much about the fact that
What is
during the
purpose of this
70s,
place?
Gerald was very much Diane Duane's writing mentor.
Right. Oh, look, it's the trophy room.
Beats me. Maybe it's Popola's hobby corner.
Hobby corner.
Look, Vice, somebody made a copy of you.
Nonsense. I am nowhere near this filthy.
We saw this cube back in the Baron Temple.
Perhaps the Prince of Facade gave it to Popola as a gift?
Yeah, basically this is a room of every time you defeat a boss, a version of it shows up as a gilded statue in here.
It beats having the Wandering Minstrel sing to you about it.
Yes, yes it does.
especially with the attendant
Obola.
headaches.
Yona's cough is getting worse.
Oh, that's not good.
Any chance you could give me some more medicine? Please?
The thing is, I actually just ran out. I hate to ask this, but can you get me some vapor moss? You'll find it growing near the southern gate.
Vapor moss, huh? I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, Diane
Yes, the southern gate
Duane's...
is about to become noticeably more dangerous.
Yeah, Diane Duane is as sharp as ever. So is CJ Cherry. I actually follow her on Facebook as well.
Yes. Yeah, I should find Diane Duane on Twitter. Thanks to some sales that happened 2 years ago now. I want to say 1, but I think it was 2. I read through her entire Raihansu series not that long ago. I need to catch back up on Young Wizards. I've read through like about book 11 or so. Have most of them in hardcover.
We lost McKillop recently, I believe. I'm probably butchering her name.
Yeah, I'll admit she was probably a great person, but mostly her writing didn't do as much for me. I never knew what she was like as a person.
Yeah, I do kind of question what's going on with Sifwa at the moment. Recently, a author friend of mine... Oh look, the boss is back. He just ripped up his Sifwa card because he was very grumpy over current decisions the leadership was doing. It's like, okay, what are they doing this time? Sifwa tends to be very old school, and while they've tried for a while to reach out to a lot of the professional self-publishers, I think that kind of fell through. That still hurts. Taking a lot less effort to get this guy, though. Yeah, I know Gerald was, when he was still alive, was very much Sifwa is everything, but they really didn't help him much in his writing career. So... I'm assuming it comes under the old school versus new school, and a lot of people wanting to keep and
some of that at least,
which is nothing new. I do miss Gerald, though. He was a good guy. Quirks and all.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, we were so... Oh, we need to go by the south gate, not out the south gate. Durr. Clear instructions. I can follow them. Yep, there it is. Wonder where all the chickens went. Uh-oh. Emil?
Emil?
That doesn't look good.
What is it? What happened?
Hurry.
Emil!
Hello, Octi.
Hey, Octi.
He doesn't seem to be sick. I think it's just fatigue.
Okay.
I can't imagine how hard it must have been to run all this way without sight.
Are you alright, Emil?
I can see it.
Hey, just take it easy, okay?
The air. It's vibrating. I can feel it behind my eyes. So much pressure. Oh God, there's so many of them. Get out. Get out of the village. The shades are coming.
Huh?
Sounds like they're already here.
Come on, let's go.
That's not good.
Damn it! It's not gonna hold!
Oh, that is totally not good.
This is that it hadn't
Shades are
already
attacking.
collapsed.
Oh boy, I hope I'm up for this fight at this XP level.
The hell's going on?
We're gonna
No
find
time.
out.
Get everyone into the library. Please, make sure Yona's safe.
Don't worry. I'll grab him. Just don't get yourself killed, alright?
I won't. Now go, Devila. Hurry! We have to stop them before they destroy the... village!
Dispatch these smaller ones as fast as you can.
I'll kill every last one of you!
You whelps are hardly worthy of our steel.
Come on, bring everything you got!
Pathetic. Even in death, they disgust me.
Run! Get out of here!
I won't let any of you past me!
Wait! My daughter's still outside!
Hurry! Hurry! Get the wounded to the library!
boy, ain't he a biggin'?
Yeah, one has to wonder where he came from.
He should also look familiar to you.
Dear God, what is that brute?
I don't know, but we gotta take it down.
This is the first boss in Tower of Paradigm's Breach.
We need to get closer and make him attack.
The arms are vulnerable when it attacks. Find an opening for your attack.
I'm working on it.
Ouch.
Yeah. Ouch. You know, things are awfully bright for all these shades to be out and about.
I think this one's so big he doesn't care.
Well, what about the little guys with them?
I wouldn't call these necessarily flip guys. Gonna have to change back to blast. Of course, I'm having problems concentrating. Aha.
Yeah. Now that hurt.
Yeah, but not by much.
About as much as you've done in all the fight until now, so I'll take it.
agree with that one, Foxfire. Those are the worst hairballs ever. Oh, that's a problem.
Okay, that's not good.
A regenerating shade. How will we even know if our attacks are working?
We'll just have to keep hitting it until we find out. We can climb up from here.
Perhaps its interior is more vulnerable.
So then fire some magic into its mouth.
Yeah, that looked good.
I hope I'm getting somewhere with it.
Starting to.
Look where it's headed.
Like hell it is.
That doesn't look good.
We can't let it get to the library, no matter what.
This isn't working.
So what do we do?
Oh, thanks for joining us, Kaine. Thought you said you never wanted to come inside the village walls.
You guys having a good time? Huh?
Kaine!
Killing one of those things is always an exception.
Underestimate us at your own peril, fiend.
Keep hitting it. At some point, it's gotta start working.
Is she trying to raise our morale, or is she honestly that insane?
Either one works for me. Let's go!
It's heading toward the library.
No, that's where Yona is!
Hey, who would miss that jump?
You're gonna die today, shithog.
Shithole. Oh, come now, that's not even a real word.
Looks like you've learned how to swing that thing.
I'm glad you noticed. You really know how to put up a fight, Kaine.
No, you must press the attack.
You stubborn son of a bitch.
Did you leave your strength in your other pair of undergarments?
Shut up, asshat. I'm working on it. Shit.
No.
Oh.
I thought I had that one. Okay.
Yeah, it was looking good.
Underestimate us at your
Okay, that's it.
own peril, fiend.
Keep
Let's use
hitting
a
it.
string.
At some point, it's gotta start working.
Is she trying to raise our morale, or is she honestly that insane?
Either one works for me. Let's go!
It's heading toward the library.
No, that's where Yona is!
Interesting.
You're gonna die today, shithog.
Shithog. Oh, come now, that's not even a real word.
Looks like you've learned how to swing that thing.
I'm glad you noticed. You really know how to put up a fight, Kaine.
This time I used a potion.
You're almost there. Keep pushing.
Come on, keep pushing it.
That is looking better. Time is definitely running
You
short.
stubborn son of a bitch.
Did you leave your strength in your other pair of undergarments?
Shut up.
Okay then.
leave a mark. I hope. Oh no.
Shade's in the library. Yona! Emil, you okay? Can't keep fighting like this.
Yeah, that's
I
not
have to. There's no other choice. Otherwise, why did I even come here? Get out of here, Emil! No! I won't abandon these people now. You told me once that my eyes had value, and that I shouldn't be ashamed of them. You told me that even a life like mine had purpose. So I won't just sit around and let you fight while I stay behind.
Emil.
Just don't die on me. I won't, Kaine. Let's take care of these shithogs.
I like it.
Lost to hear it
Can't
feel
get any more
me that.
shades in here.
Yeah.
Great, it's still kicking.
Emil!
Is there no way to kill this infernal thing?
Target.
Perhaps we could chase it to the basement and seal it there. Those walls are thick rock. I doubt even this beast could break them.
Works for me.
Great. I love basements.
Great, it follows me.
Now, how else are you gonna get it into the basement?
Stupid doorway. Just a little more.
Do it! Knock it down the basement!
Shit!
It's healing too quickly.
Please tell me you have an idea.
There we go.
Give me the key!
Right!
No!
Dear God.
Yuna!
Is that the leader of these creatures?
Stay back, Kainen! Seal the door!
Finally.
Where am I?
It's been a long time, Grimoire Weiss.
Who are you? What is this place?
I am Grimoire Noir. I am you.
What?
Do you not remember, Grimoire Weiss? We two serve a higher purpose.
Enough lies. Stay back.
Why do you try to suppress the memory? Do you fear hurting someone close to you?
Preposterous.
Your denial is preposterous. We are mere books created to serve the Shadow Lord. You have no right to forsake him.
The Shadow Lord?
Do you remember our ultimate goal?
Our ultimate goal.
White and black shall fuse to one and set free shades to the world.
Fuse us? No, I cannot. I will not. I will never.
Your chance encounter with this boy. Your collection of the sealed verses. It was all set in motion by the Shadow Lord himself.
No. Lies.
The time has come for us to create a new and perfect world. We shall become as one, you and I.
Become one.
Vice, you dumbass!
Kai.
Start making sense, you rotten book, or you're gonna be sorry. Maybe I'll rip your pages out one by one, or maybe I'll put you in the goddamn furnace. How can someone with such a big smart brain get hypnotized like a little bitch, huh? Oh, Shadow Lord, I love you, Shadow Lord. Come over here and give Vice a big sloppy kiss, Shadow Lord. Now pull your head out of your goddamn ass and start fucking helping us.
I am one with the Shadow. Huh? Bitch.
We grimoires exist to create in this world a new and just paradise. We must unite. The world demands it.
Paradise.
Yes, and we are so close to realizing it.
Please don't go, Vice.
Who's there?
It's okay. I'll understand. I'll understand if you forget us. But I promise I won't forget you. I'll remember you, no matter what. I'll keep the memory of Grimoire Vice alive forever. And that's not all I'll do. You hear me? I'll chase you till the end of time, and I'll bring you back to us. So, Vice, please. Please come back.
Damn it, we need to stop him! If we don't do something, that black book will absorb Vice!
Black. White. Black. White.
Yes, now we shall unite in common purpose. Then the world can finally bear witness to our true power.
Vice! Vice!
We've got to...
Good classic evil villain laugh.
For the last time, my name is Grimoire Vice, and it is not to be abbreviated.
Vice!
Vice!
Good to see you, Kaine. Although I don't think anyone has ever accused me of being a little bitch before. And you, we meet again.
Vice, you okay?
I believe I could ask you the same question right now.
Impossible. We must unite. We must become as one.
I don't like you, and I want nothing to do with you. Besides, I have my companions.
You're back!
Of course, they're weak, and they whine when I leave.
Vice!
It's almost too much trouble, but they are my friends. I shall fight by their side, now and forever.
Vice, thanks.
That shoulder's gotta be in a lot of pain. Oh, joy! Thanks!
Damn you. Our true memories are still there. How dare you ignore
You weren't
them?
counting on those.
Perhaps you should have scribbled them in my margins, hmm? Let us start by dispatching the nearby distractions. I can't use my magic.
Yes, we got the notice of that already.
The fiend has stolen the sealed verses.
I'll get them back, Vice.
Ho, ho! It will take more than that to make us flinch.
Oops.
You are the last one left, NieR.
Address me by my proper name, fool!
Yay, I have Dark Blast back! Just in time, too.
Yeah.
Alright, give me my magic back. Stupid book.
We have reclaimed my powers. Good heavens, the roof is about to collapse. Here it comes. Stay back.
I can't run now. Damn, this library isn't gonna hold for long.
We must finish this quickly.
Yeah, stop wrecking the library!
Yeah, with the entire village in it.
will understand in time.
Yona! Get up!
No!
Give my sister back!
No matter how things unfold, it all returns to us. All of it.
Yona! Yona! Yona!
Are you okay?
Yona!
Is this blood?
The fight's over. And I think we lost.
We?
Sorry, guys. I think this is it. For me, too.
Kaine, no!
Oh, quit crying. Look, before I go, we need to take care of this guy. Emil,
Yeah?
I want you to... I want you to petrify me. You can use me to keep this thing locked away down there.
No! I can't!
Kaine! Stop!
He's right! It's suicide! You can't do it!
Your powers exist to protect others, right?
Kaine?
Just do it, Emil.
But...
If you don't, it's gonna break down this fucking door!
I don't know what to do!
I believe if we choose the second answer, it ends
There's
the
a
game,
choice.
and you start over.
Thank you, Yoko Taro.
Yeah.
Kaine!
No more crying, okay? Grow strong. Never lose hope. Vice.
Spare me the goodbye, hussy. I imagine it will take more than this to kill you.
I doubt it.
Wait for me, Yona. Wait for me, Kaine. I swear.
Yes, I would like to save my progress, because we are now exactly at the halfway point of the game. Well, halfway point to ending
Yahoo.
A, I should state.
Ahaha. "5 years."
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least it's not the 1400 years of the first break. Yeah, things have not gotten better.
Don't let your guard down. I guess that was a tad obvious. Enough horseplay.
Oh, I'm getting a few more word weapons. Ow.
Yet another poor victim.
Damn it. When will this stop? It's dangerous here. You should get back.
Oh, God! Oh, get up, honey. Please. Get up!
Goddamn shades are even attacking the village now.
And armored ones, no less. This village of yours seems to be changing for the worse.
It's all the Shadow Lord's fault. That one day changed everything.
5 long years.
It's been 5 years since they took my sister. I spent every waking moment searching for her, but all I found is heartache and despair. This world is winding down. Between the shades and the black scroll, there won't be anyone left soon. My life now, and my purpose, is hunting shades. Someday I'll find a clue that will lead me to the Shadow Lord. I believe that. I have to.
Popola called for you, yes?
Yeah.
You lost a good deal of time with that.
Yeah.
So there we have it. A 5-year jump. Yona missing. Shadow Lord absconded. And Kaini petrified. So cheery. Ugh.
Yeah.
This is from the junk heap.
For a decoration, it's certainly in poor taste.
Thank you, Wise.
Look at you. I think you've grown even taller.
Yeah? It's hard for me to tell anymore. But you haven't changed a bit, Popola. What's your secret?
I see your flattery skills are improving as well.
No, it's true. You look the same as the day I first met you.
Okay, now you're just embarrassing me. Anyway, here. This is from Emil.
Hey, NieR. It's me, Emil. Sorry I've been quiet for so long. Are you and Weiss getting along all right? Is he still using big words and making everyone feel dumb? I bet he is. Anyway, I've recently stumbled across some records that may help us in curing Kaini's petrification. Would you mind coming here and taking a look? Thanks, I'll be waiting.
Well, well. Perhaps the time has come to save Kaine.
I take it this means you'll be leaving the village.
Sorry. I know the shades have been rough lately.
It's okay. Go. Just be careful.
Oh, if only that was the case, Ripley. He said lazy animators is her secret.
Yes. Are you intimating not so much?
I'm a horrible whistler. So it's off to see Emil in the oh-so-creepy mansion. Why did he return back there?
Let me guess, it hasn't gotten any less creepy after 5 years.
No. No. Not even a little.
Lovely.
Yeah, the longsword packs a punch, but takes a lot to wield it, and I've never quite figured out the timing because it is animation lock hell.
And you're stuck with it now.
No, I'm not. I can actually go back to the short sword, or I can use a spear, which is what I did that first fight in. I like the spear, but it sure moves you around a lot.
Right.
He is like taking off. Not the dumbest shade in the book, you say. So what you doing? I hear you mumbling.
Layout for Wargamer's Guide to Stalingrad and tabular data that Google OCR is having trouble with.
Speaking of which, I should check my word setup. But first I gotta kill this guy. Yeah! Words of power.
Oh, those kinds of words.
Yeah. No, I don't want patch assign. I want equip best word and then patch assign. And then do the same for magic. Not quite done. There we go. Here, have a big ass sword in the face. Yeah, this place has not become any less creepy.
Welcome, sirs. Master Emil is waiting in his chambers.
I'd like to know the story why.
Oh, hey there, guys.
Hey, Emil. It's been a while. And, you haven't aged a day.
Oh, yeah. I'm sort of special that way.
Huh. Fair enough.
Anyway, I hear you found a lead on undoing the petrification curse.
Yes. Take a look at this.
Notice Archive Storage 8/2/2026. Following the recent incident with number 6, we've decided to establish an archive room. This room will hold the records on the methods used to control and/or cancel all forms of magic, including petrification and bestial transformation, as well as allow others to move forward. Specifically, this should make it easier to complete long-term storage solutions for number 6, as well as proceed with our work on number 7. All employees are required to keep the courtyard entrance to this new room secure. Failure to do so is considered grounds for immediate termination.
There's a section of this manor called the planning room, and I think...
You think this room will let you harness the ability to control all forms of magic, correct?
Actually, yeah. Or even if it doesn't, something there might point us in the right direction.
So where is this planning room?
There's an entrance in the courtyard. It's not far.
Good. Let's go find it.
If this room truly contains the power to control all magic, I can use it to cure my eyes.
If we could heal both Emil and Kaine at once, it would be quite an achievement. 2 birds with one, stone, as they say.
Wow, Weiss. I didn't think you cared.
Perhaps this tome is getting a bit sappy in his old age.
Oh look, the painting's reset. They're no longer as creepy. I think I'm rather happy about that.
Give it time.
Right. There's my save point. We're saving in the same place we started from this evening. Nice. Okay, with that, we're gonna call
All
it...
things are circular.
Yeah, we're gonna call it quits for the evening because it is after 11 here, and I'm sure Kitty over in the corner is going to want to turn into a pumpkin any moment now. Ain't that right? Thank you. We will be back on Friday starting at 10 p.m. to discover the also secret entrance to the underground storage facility. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to say before logging off for the night. I don't think I got anything. I'm sorry. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you on Friday. Until then, good night all.
Mm-hmm.